Marriage was never meant to be easy, but it was never meant to fail this often either. So before you rush into forever, ask yourself one honest question. Is marriage still worth it today? This video is intentionally short because we value your time. Thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing. Our goal is simple, to bring you thoughtful, unpublished series you can listen to, even if you only have 5 minutes. No one gives trophies for marrying quickly. There are no prizes for rushing, especially when it leads to regret. Life shouldn't be viewed as a race. What truly matters is alignment, not timing. Being ahead of schedule means little if the choice is wrong. Taking your time isn't a sign of failure. It reflects intention. In a world overwhelmed by hurried decisions, the essence of true partnership lies in thoughtful connection. Each step taken together defines the journey, and the depth of understanding shapes the bond. Just as a flower blooms in its own time, so too must love unfold. In matters of the heart, it is wisdom and intention that guide us, not mere speed. No trophy can validate a choice made in haste, for the beauty of love lies in patience and mutual growth. Celebrate the journey, where alignment transforms love into a lasting bond. In a world obsessed with hastiness, the truth lingers softly. Each decision shapes our journey. A false sense of urgency blinds us, but a thoughtful heart sees the value of pace. Life unfolds at its own rhythm. Reflecting on love, the depth of connection outweighs mere moments. In the end, it's the choices we embrace that define us, not the speed at which we make them. Finding the right partner in life, slow and steady, leads to a love that blooms with intention and purpose. Authentic connection thrives in patience and understanding. In a quiet cafe, Sarah looked across the table at Mark, her mind swirling with thoughts of their future. "Do you ever feel like we're moving too fast?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Mark paused, his eyes searching hers, and he finally nodded. "Sometimes. But I believe our journey is unique. It's about understanding each other, not racing to a finish line." "Exactly," Sarah replied, her heart racing. "I just want to make sure we're on the same page. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and forget what truly matters." She toyed with her coffee cup, reflecting on their relationship, the moments they had shared, and the unspoken fears hovering between them. Mark reached across the table, gently placing his hand over hers, anchoring her swirling thoughts. "We can take our time," he assured, his voice steady and reassuring. "What matters is how we feel in this moment, not how quickly we get to the next." Sarah smiled softly, her fears easing as he continued. "Together, we can define our pace, focusing on what we both truly want." "What you said reminds me of a blooming flower," Sarah mused, her eyes lighting up. "It takes time to grow, to flourish fully, and it's worth the wait," Mark smiled, recognizing the metaphor that resonated with their journey. "Absolutely," he replied. "Each petal unfolds at its own pace, just like our love. We shouldn't rush it, even when outside pressures loom." A sense of calm settled between them as they contemplated their shared path, a reminder that their connection needed nurturing. "Let's embrace this unfolding," Sarah suggested, feeling a newfound sense of clarity. "We have all the time in the world to grow together, don't we?" Mark nodded, feeling the warmth of her words. "Yes, we do. It's not just about where we end up, but how we enjoy the journey together." As they sat together in comfortable silence, the weight of their conversation lingered, a promise etched in their hearts. They looked forward to the future, not as a race, but as an exquisite unfolding, cherishing every moment that brought them closer together. As they continued to sip their coffee, the cafe buzzed with life around them, yet Sarah and Mark seemed wrapped in their own world. "You know," Mark said softly, breaking the comfortable silence, "I think a lot of people forget that love isn't just about the big moments. It's about the little things, too." Sarah nodded, her eyes sparkling with realization. "Like those early morning chats, or the way we laugh at the silliest things," Mark chuckled, recalling their shared jokes. "Exactly. Those are the moments that build our foundation." Their conversation flowed effortlessly, weaving between memories and dreams, each word adding depth to their bond. Sarah felt as if they were not just discussing their relationship, but painting a picture of their future together. I want those moments to keep coming, the ones that make us stronger, she said, her voice filled with conviction. Mark responded with a warm smile. And they will, as long as we remain patient and open with each other. Patience really is a virtue, isn't it? Sarah reflected, her gaze drifting toward the window, where raindrops danced against the glass. Sometimes I wonder if we value it enough in our fast-paced lives. Mark followed her gaze, contemplating her words. True, he replied thoughtfully. But that's why moments like this are so special. They remind us to slow down and appreciate what we have. Sarah smiled at him, grateful for his understanding. I love that we can have conversations like this, where we can really delve into what matters to us both. Mark squeezed her hand gently, encouraging her to continue. It's never just about the destination for us. It's the shared journey that counts, he said, his voice steady, filled with warmth. I want us to feel every part of this process. She nodded, realization dawning upon her that their love already reflected such wisdom. And that's what makes this so beautiful, she said with newfound conviction. Knowing we have a shared vision for our future, Sarah sighed, her heart swelling with gratitude. You know, it's comforting to hear you say that, she said, her voice steady. Mark raised an eyebrow, intrigued. Why's that? He asked, genuinely curious. Because it makes me feel like we're building something that can withstand the tests of time, she explained, her eyes glimmering with hope. It's like we're crafting a beautiful tapestry, thread by thread, moment by moment. Mark nodded, visualizing her metaphor. I love that imagery. It's so true. Every experience shapes the patterns of our love. Yes, Sarah agreed, her mind racing with possibilities. And even the challenges we face weave color into that tapestry, don't you think? Mark smiled, his heart filled with warmth. Absolutely. It's all part of the journey, creating something uniquely ours. Leaning in closer, she whispered, I feel like we're cultivating something special together, where every thread has purpose. Mark met her gaze, determination shining in his eyes. And we'll keep weaving, through every season of our lives. In that moment, surrounded by the cafe's hum, their acknowledgement of the beauty and patience and intentionality deepened their bond, inviting a renewed appreciation for the love that was steadily blossoming between them. Mark took a deep breath, reveling in the warmth of their shared reflections. You know, he began thoughtfully, sometimes I think we underestimate the power of being present. Each moment together is like a treasure we're crafting. Sarah's eyes widened, absorbing his words. Exactly. It's the way we choose to invest in those moments that truly matters. She leaned in, her excitement bubbling over. When we cherish them, it adds layers to our relationship, creating something rich and vibrant. Mark smiled, appreciating her enthusiasm. And we're authors of our love story, able to define how it unfolds. Their conversation flowed seamlessly, each exchange reaffirming their openness and understanding. So, let's promise to keep nurturing this bond, even when life gets hectic, Sarah suggested, her heart hopeful. Mark nodded earnestly. Absolutely. Let's make time for our connection, prioritizing the moments that bring us joy. The weight of commitment settled between them like an anchor amidst the chaos of the world outside. After all, our love is worth investing in, Sarah said softly, her heart brimming with gratitude. Each small act we engage in, each shared smile, builds our haven. Mark squeezed her hand again, radiating warmth. Yes, let's celebrate that, he exclaimed, envisioning their consistent efforts blooming into a steadfast love that could weather any storm. Together, we can create a love story that's not only beautiful but also enduring. Sarah smiled, embracing his words, feeling a quiet sense of reassurance envelop her heart. It's the quiet moments we share, Mark continued, his eyes reflecting a sincere depth, that create the strongest bonds. Sarah's heart fluttered, and she whispered, Those are what I cherish most. As the cafe continued to hum around them, Sarah and Mark settled deeper into their conversation, comfortable with the knowledge that their journey was defined not by urgency, but by thoughtful connection. Together, they looked forward, hand in hand, ready to embrace the beautiful unfolding of their love story over time. If this made you think, it was meant to. Drop your perspective in the comments. Not everyone will agree, and that's the point. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who might need it. Thank you for your time. This is EDDY OKYERE, Daily Dose. See you in the next part.